Welcome to Linkronicity, where your journey and destiny link. I'm Stacey, Kumagai, linkologist, and I'm here to help you link your life. How are you, lovely souls? How are you doing today? When I ask you this question, how are you today? I'm not asking it for social convention. I'm asking because I really want to know. How are you today? And I'm asking this question for a reason. Beyond wanting to really know how you are. It's so you can acknowledge within yourself how you are and how you say what that means. How you are. How do you answer that question? Especially today, during all what we're going through right now. How are you? And why are you feeling what you're feeling, thinking what you're thinking, going through what you're going through, and how do you process it all? In coming up with an actual answer to the question, how are you? What are you focused on? You focused on your heart, your mind, your reason for being, your purpose? Are you focusing on your community, the future? What are you thinking about? What are you feeling right now? Today we're going to answer these really important questions because chances are you've got a lot going on right now. Even if you think you don't because you're sitting at home in self-quarantine or whatever, you think you don't have a lot going on, you've got a lot going on. And here, and here, and here, out there, got a lot going on. So understanding the answer to that question is really important, and it's good for your mind, body, soul, spirit, health, well-being, and that's what we're going to do today. So what I'm feeling could be most useful to you today, constructive for you today, because let's face it, we're here right now in this moment in time, and if we haven't learned anything at the end of the day, we can't answer why we went through this. Okay? I know a lot of you are asking why. Why did this have to happen? Why did life have to turn out this way? Why did so many people have to die? Why? But the bigger question is, what have you learned as you ask why? Who have you become as you've asked why? And what are you going to do now that you've asked why? And that all boils down to, how are you? How are you? How will you? How have you? That's what we're going to shape today. So I felt it would be something kind of emotionally, mentally, psychologically, physically, spiritually, soulfully, even chemically within our bodies, to process this important excavation. Because we're being called upon in this universe to wake up. And if I can wake you up to make you conscious of the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how are you, we can accomplish a lot. You may think, how is this possible, Stacey? How can we accomplish something with that exercise? We're going to be coming into a knowing and a greater awareness than we had before when I originally asked you the question, how are you? So today, in our 3-column exercise, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be acknowledging the things that we have learned during this pandemic. Now, I know that seems like a strange exercise to do, but you'll see why at the end of this. Why it's important. Why it's important. So in column one, I want you to put down the things in this list of how you were living your life pre-pandemic? What did you know about yourself? Did you really know who you were? And I put that in that past tense, were, because you're not the same right now. Watching this right now, you're not the same. You're not the same person that you were pre-pandemic. So, what did you know? What did you know about yourself? If we were to actually summarize the character of who you were, the person that you were, you know, the parent, the child, the friend, the coworker, whatever, all the titles you wear. Who was that person? Who was that person? Do a little summary. Look at it as your old MySpace about me. Put that, what would it say? What would it say about that person? You, the old you. Present column. As you're experiencing this pandemic in real time, what are you noticing about yourself? What are you noticing? Are you a panicker? Are you a worrier? Are you a hoarder? Do you sit in fear? Are you a solutions person? Are you a researcher? Are you in information superhighway? Are you a gatherer? Collector? Giver? Survivor? What have you learned about yourself during this pandemic? Let's put that in column 2. What have you learned about yourself that you've like, whoa, I bought too much toilet paper, or whoa, I wasn't prepared, I wasn't like a scout, or whoa, I reacted instead of taking action, or whoa, I'm in touch with feelings I didn't have before, or whoa, I can get through this and I can handle this better than I thought that I could. What are you acknowledging? What are you recognizing? Who is the person in this pandemic right now? Third column. Let's write out the ways that this has changed you and what you're going to do better tomorrow. Are you going to become more informed? Are you going to take a stand? Are you going to be proactive? Are you going to do something? Are you going to help someone? Are you going to ask for help? What have you learned about the present person that tomorrow you're going to be changed by this and you're going to show up differently, or because you have awareness of who you didn't even know who you were during, what are you going to do better? Let's put that in that third column. Now, as you look at the person that you were, the person that you like came into awareness of, like, oh my gosh, this is who I am. Maybe you're more resourceful than you thought you were. Maybe you're more creative because you didn't have the tools to do something and now you made something work. Like maybe you made your own face mask. Maybe you created something that brought joy to others. Maybe you weren't as bad of a cook as you thought. Maybe you were a great planner. Maybe you realized you were OCD or had ADD. Maybe you, all these things that you didn't really fully acknowledge because you're too busy living life, doing your thing, what was in front of you. Maybe you came to some realizations because you know what? We've all had a lot of time to be with ourselves, to think, to feel, to recognize, to have awareness, to have self-awareness, to pay attention to others in our lives, the friends that show up, what they say, what they do, what they don't do, and even our own judgment about it. No one's in a place to really judge. Maybe you recognize you were judging. Or maybe you acknowledge that, whoa, this has been in front of me all the time and I didn't even see. Whatever it was. Maybe it was a talent or skill that you had, or a talent and skill in someone you loved that you didn't even know. And now it's all of a sudden, it's all come together. Having that awareness of what this pandemic has taught us about ourselves and about humanity is the greatest thing that we can take away. Because as we craft our future and we're looking at how we volunteer, or how we donate, or how we say thank you, how we have gratitude, how we appreciate other people, how we have a greater compassion for someone, the collective, the world. And we see that with an equalizer like this pandemic, which it really is, it's an equalizer in a lot of ways. What are we learning? What we take with us and what we learn by what we recognize on the person that we were pre-pandemic, the person who we didn't even know that we were during pandemic, and what we're going to do better once we come out through this tunnel into taking on tomorrow, if we're so lucky to. Okay? It's a big deal. It's a big deal because that is what we take away from this pandemic. And I'm hearing a siren in the background. Blessings to whoever that is for. You know, it's a big deal. And I want you to focus on that. Because as much as it's nice to have escapism and distraction, or as much as it is, you know, a getting to your to-do list of things that you didn't have time to do before that you're now finally doing, whether you're cleaning out or whatever you're doing, okay? Whether you're learning something. The important thing is that you do take time to unplug, pay attention, recognize, and see the something that's bigger than you in this, by understanding who you are through this. That's my pure heart intention today, to bring that a recognition of seeing that, feeling that, knowing that, understanding that, appreciating that, having gratitude for that, recognizing it, improving upon it, giving us a place to, not just room to groove, but room to grow as we groove with our recognition of who we became through this historic moment in time. It matters. It matters. And if we are to matter beyond our own mattering in reason for being and our purpose, our greatest takeaway in what we learn, how we apply, and what we embrace is going to be the most powerful thing that we can learn about ourselves and each other and all of humanity to connect in a more meaningful way. And when I say meaningful, not meaningful just in the moment because, ooh, we're all in this together, but meaningful as in this is going to change your life. And it will change others based on what you recognize, what you learn, and how you show up, and how you embrace, and how you accept, and what you apply from this day forward. From this day forward. So take a moment for that. As you're watching movies or TV or news or whatever you're doing, or, you know, as you're staying in and you're staying at home and you're looking at life through a different lens. I want you to be able to see that, feel that, recognize that, acknowledge it, learn from it, grow from it, so we can groove to a new vibration when we make our way beyond this into what is the new way we function and how we show up. It matters. And you can make a difference with who you become in this right now, in this moment. And I hope you take that in your heart and know that you're valued and cherished and adored and loved, and know that this is where we begin to rise and make a difference in a new way, just in how we perceive things and apply them and learn and become into union in a collective space that can actually create even more change for the greater good. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit me up on social media. I'm Stacey Kumagai, your Linkologist, here to help you link your life. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Linkronicity, blogspot.com, and go to Linkronicity.com for private coaching sessions. Or just drop me a note and I'll write you back and we can connect that way. If there's a way that I can help you navigate through your new normal post-pandemic as we make our way each day, having gratitude for each day and for being here. I want to say thank you to all of you for being here with me. I don't take any of this for granted, and I look at it as an honor and a privilege to be able to show up, to be able to share thoughts, make you think beyond the beyond, and make tomorrow a better day than it is today. Sending you blessings, light and love, peace and harmony. Namaste.